Well, ladies and gents, he has gone. Keir Starmer has resigned as Prime Minister, and I just want to take a few moments to talk about his actual resignation speech, because what the hell was that? It was nothing but him stroking his own ego. Seeing him just saying that I've done this and I've done that, when you've got 99% of the country against you because of things that you've done, it's not a way that a resignation speech should have gone. To be honest with you, he should have just come out and been like, right guys, it's been an honour being the leader of the government for 2 years. I'm sorry things didn't pan out the way that they should have or ought have, and thank you for having me. That's what it should have been. But no, he just, I've done this. I've done this. I've led Britain back to a stronger country. No, you haven't. You have actually almost turned it into a third world just with the amount of violence that is currently going on in this country. And just seeing that he only started trying, I should say, to shed a tear, or his voice started breaking up, was when he started talking about his wife and his children. Okay, fair enough, they are his family, there is his life, he loves his wife, loves his kid more than anything and all this kind of stuff. But he never shed a tear for Henry Novak. He actually sent his people to Henry Novak's parents to be like, if anything comes of this, they will be held responsible. And this is when the police were trying to cover everything up. That, they didn't want the police body cam to get out there. They didn't want the public to see a police officer saying, I don't think you have, mate. When someone, an 18-year-old kid, is going, I've been stabbed, I've been stabbed, I've been stabbed. Don't think you have, mate. And to be honest with you, this has been coming for the last 2 years. Ever since he got into office, people wanted him gone because one of the first major things that he wanted to do was get rid of the winter fuel allowance for the elderly. Yeah, something for the elderly. That's going to go great for you. Oh, we're going to save money because we're going to let the old people die. That's what it was. But then he backtracked. Oh, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Yes, because the country went against him. So there's that one there. But then every single thing since then, when he has said no to certain things, and one of the biggest no's that he had his voice quite loudly in was an inquiry into the gangs, the grooming gangs. He said no. And obviously in the last week, we have actually had a report come out where there's an estimated number of 250,000 British girls who are used by these gangs. But do you hear Keir Starmer talking about that? No. Do you actually hear any of the media talking about it? No, you do not. And saying that goes towards the 3 little girls in Stockport who was killed by that boy. You had in Belfast 2 weeks ago when the riots kicked off because you had an illegal immigrant trying to take the head off a local. Two-tier Kier, that's what they've called him. And when you lay things out like this, it's so sad to see why everyone just can't get along. That is the one thing that goes in my mind all the time, and it's, why can't everyone just get along? The world would be so much better if everyone was just like, all right, mate. Oh, do you want a hand? Yeah, okay. You okay? Yeah. That's it. But it's not going to be like that, because sadly, we have people in this world who always have an agenda. And whether that is to bring people into a country illegally and use their votes, which we have seen so many times, and it's absolutely bizarre. It really is. And it's sad to see. It really is. Like I said, I wish everyone could just get along. Everyone be friends. Well, not even be friends, just be courteous to people. I've always been told how I was brought up, treat others how you want to be treated. That is what I've always been brought up with. But guys, this is actually quite a big event. Obviously now they are following the train of Andy Burnham, who is supposedly that he will more than likely become the next Labour PM. And at this moment in time, I have no idea how he's going to do it. If he says things to get the country back on his side, maybe that's the first way to go. Try and get the people who Keir Starmer and his team lost, get them back on side, and just go from there. But I can't see this being successful, I really can't. And seeing that whoever becomes our next Prime Minister here in the UK, they will be our 7th one in 10 years. That is insane, it really is. 7 different leaders in 10 years. That is more than a store manager for a superstore or a supermarket, which is insane. But again, no, the people who have been in charge, again, none of them have done well. It's all like they have literally no idea how to run a country. They're only in it for themselves. But that's politics though, right guys? Right, let us know what you think about this, guys. Like and subscribe. My name is Dan. As always, take care. Treat people how you would like to be treated. And I'll see you in the next one.